Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 39 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where I'm prepping to do a whole bunch of uranium-based processing. The plan for today is we've gone ahead and found a nice location, kind of up in this general area, that seems to have most of the things we're going to need for uranium. So just a quick recap in case you weren't here last episode. In order to make uranium fuel rods, which is what we feed into the nuclear power plant to generate huge amounts of power, we're going to need three things. Number one, we're going to need electromagnetic control rods, which need stators and AI limiters. We're going to craft these at our main base and fly them over here with drones. Okay? In addition to that, we're going to need encased industrial beams, which need steel and concrete. Okay? Relatively easy to make. And we're going to tap into a nearby coal and iron vein to make the steel beams. Okay, and then finally we need uranium, concrete, and sulfur. So for the sulfur-water there combination thing, sulfuric acid, we have a sulfur vein right there, we've got a stone vein right there that we're going to tap into for the concrete, and we've got water down there, which is going to need some significant pumping to get the pump head lift stuff so that it can go up, but I think we can make it happen. So what I've decided is I think I would like to build right around here-ish a nice, let's say, platform that's going to probably go out in this general direction here. And this will be in some semblance of a... I'm not exactly sure how I want this built out, right? I mean, we could do something like that. Does that seem cool? That seems pretty cool. And then hopefully I can cut down this tree from up here. Goodbye, tree. Aha. And that's the plan, right? That's how I think it'll work out. And I'm excited because I think we've got pretty much everything we need here to make this all work out. All we really need to do is bring up, the water and the coal from down there. There's an iron vein right over there, and then the sulfur and stone that's right underneath us. And I decided to go out in this direction so that we would have an easy way to bring the stone and sulfur up, right? We can just, tap it in there and then bring it up the side, and tap it in there and then bring it over. So I think step one should be to get some power out here so that we can really start getting some energy going on. That might be a good plan. I think so. We should run some power lines out here. And we still have to tap into the power line there. By the way, I checked out, there's where the crashed ship is, and it's empty, so I must have already looted that one. So, meh, that stinks, but whatever. So step one, let's get power going, right? I'm going to sneak off, right off in this direction and see if I can make it. Do you think I can make it up here? Just barely, look at that. Booyah. Just barely made it. Just barely made it across. I think I saw something up here I wanted to check out. Alright, first off, no. Aha! Aha! Hello, purple power slug. Thought I saw that from across the way. Alright, cool. So anyway, back to making our way back to our base. So down here probably seems like the nearest power line. So what I'm gonna do is probably just split this off. I'm gonna send a power line down here if it'll reach. It will. Good. And I'm also gonna send a power line off in this direction. And what I'm gonna do is connect power up to the two locations that we're gonna need here. The one for the uranium, actually, coming out of the cave that we found last episode, and then another power line coming all the way over here, ready to do the thing. And then our plan for today is to get all the prerequisite materials, right? Everything we're going to need to get uranium processing up and running. And that should be cool. That should be a good time. So let's just get this power line over here first. That'll be an obvious first important step. How's my power situation doing, by the way? Currently producing 3550, which is about where we should be. Consumption's right around 3,000, so we have lots of available. Max consumption would be 45, though, if all our machines were running. So we want to be aware that we are well over provisioning our power. But the good news is half our machines are shut down due to backstuffing, so as a result, it's not that bad. But, you know, it could be worse. Alright, let's get you tapped into here-ish, and then I'm gonna... fly my way up. And we'll have to set up some kind of, you know, tube system for this. Because jetpacking our way up here is not going to be ideal. Okay, now where did I create that power line at? He's around here somewhere. I put him under a tree because I'm a genius. There he is. Cool. And this will do its thing, right? So actually, I'm not 100% sure if I have all the resources I need, but we're going to need to tap into a few things. So let's get into our equipment workshop. Okay. And we're going to want at least a few portable miners. I'm thinking 4 to start should be good. I think that should be good. 4 to start. Okay. And then we also want to have... So I want my miner Mark II chilling over there. Ready to bring sulfur over, right? And this guy can just bring his sulfur right here. And you're going to be a Mark II pole, and you're going to go power that thing up. So in theory, that should start cooking and making me sulfur. And I see, it's a little hard to see maybe on YouTube with the small distance from being so far away, but 100% it's working. And we should start getting sulfur in a moment. Cool. All right, good, good, good. You know what? I actually want to make 2 more of these. 1, 2. And the reason is I forgot about stone. Because we want stone and iron, and then we have to bring the coal up. We're going to deal with coal in a minute. And then while I'm here, why don't I grab my craft bench, just so I can save myself some inventory space. Power shards, please. Clear out the slugs that we got in our inventory. Excellent. Freeing up inventory space is good. Maybe now is a good time to get this dude ready to go. So why don't we put in a hypertube entrance right here? Alright, you can tap into that dude. And then a hypertube entrance. And you can tap into that dude. Cool. Perfect. Alright, now we want another miner Mark II ready to go. You're going to tap into this dude, who's probably pretty full at this point, so let's make him a Mark II thingy. And let's get you ready to run some beltage. That should be fine. Whoosh. Alright, so there's where my sulfur's coming up. Let's get, our conveyor lift ready to go here. Encroaching on others' clearance, huh? Well, that's not cool. Let's do... If I were to put a logistical conveyor pole thing right at the edge here, then what we could have... And again, they don't need to be Mark V lifts, obviously. But, whatever. Okay, we can do this. You know what, I'm just gonna... Why do you no connect? Why don't you want to connect to that guy? Are you running the wrong direction? You might be. You you might be. So I think we can finagle this a little bit. Ah, no. Other way. Back up. Back up. So by doing that, it lets the belt know what direction it's going. Right? And then that solves our little problem that we have there. Cool. Alright, so that should be stone. Perfect. So we've got stone, we've got sulfur. Next up will be the iron. So let's get ready to run you, my good sir, off into the woods here. And this is where iron lives. So there's 2 impure nodes here. I don't know how much we're going to need, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is just, you know, I might as well tap into both of them, right? So let's get our equipment workshop. We're going to make 2 more of these bad boys. So we can tap into both the impures, and then we'll just merge them together. That way we don't have to mess with overclocking or nothing like that. Okay, so miner mark 2 is here. There's another one over here that I found. I did a little exploration of this area, just to be prepared. Cool. Okay. And then what we're going to have is a merger that's facing out this way. And you're going to come in there. You're going to go in there. Okay, so these guys aren't making a particularly large amount. They're 60 each per minute, so 120 total. So they're impure. They're like really not the greatest of nodes, right? Impure nodes, they're terrible. But it is what it is. So if it's not enough, we'll just have to overclock it. Does that sound fair? I think so. Did I connect you to power, by the way? I didn't. I should. I like how the drill kind of kicks on when it receives power and starts, you know, starts going. That's cool. Sorry, I just think that's cool. So 120 iron per minute, not terrible. We'll see. I'm not quite sure what my, you know, per minute needs are, but like I said before, we can easily just overclock this bad boy if we need to. We're good on overclockers at this stage of the game. Okay, run you through the forest. And I am running the wrong way. I just learned. We want to head off in this direction. And at this point, I should be using my creative flight stuff, but meh. Alright. Sweet. Hello, Iron. How's it going? So that is limestone trashed. That is iron trashed. I don't need that stuff no more. We're getting lowish on aluminum alclad sheets. And a handful of other resources, obviously. I don't even know. Do I need aluminum casings? I don't think I ever need them. So a handful of things that we're low on, obviously. We should probably head back to our main base to restock. So why don't I do that? I'm going to head back to the main base. I'm going to restock. And then we'll come back out here and be prepared to set up a lot of what we're going to need. And maybe while I'm at the base, I'll get the drone system up and running so that we can, you know, do what we want to do with regards to food. The electromagnetic things. Like, I might set up the auto-crafting of them over at the main base and set up the drones to get them out to my area. And then when we get back out here, we're going to need a lot of tubes and whatnot because we're going to need to get water up to this area for the sulfur mixing. And then we're going to need the coal. So the water and coal needs to be brought up to that area. But the other 3 raw materials that we need are there. And then once we have that all up and running, then we'll happily be able to say we can start putting stuff together. Cool? All right. So almost back at the main base now, so let's go take a peek. So I will probably want to get the drone system up and running first. That and restocking, obviously. Yeah, restocking will be important. Aluminum alclad sheets, I think, is definitely going to be a key for me. Because I burned through those pretty quickly, in fairness. Right? Didn't I have, like, 3 or 4 stacks of them? I guess when you're doing all that, all the conveying I did absolutely played a role. So let's go check on this guy, by the way, because I don't know if I ever checked to see if he's making enough. Yeah, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Let's get 3 stacks of you, because I know we're gonna... Let's bring 4 out there, just because I know we're gonna need a lot, right? How about you guys? Are you cool? Let's fill up the stack on that. Let's get our cables, make sure we have plenty of them. I'm probably gonna want a few. Okay. Let me restock and then we'll be right back. Alright, so first things first, let's look at the assembler recipe. Can I sneak an assembler in here real quick? For electromagnetic control rods. So you're going to need 6 stators per minute and 4 AI limiters per minute. And at the moment over here, we're making 5 stators per minute. So we should be okay-ish. We should be okay-ish. We have a lot of backstuffing of stators, which is nice. And we happen to have a splitter right here already splitting my stator setup, right? So easily we can just run this off to the side here and sneak him across. Does that sound like a plan? And what I'm going to do is kind of just bring him up a little bit. Okay. And then what we're going to do is set up... Can I real quick chop down this tree? Maybe. Perfect. And because my inventory is such a mess, I'm just voiding any trees I chop down. Alright, so assembler, quick and easy. Right? And now, just to be clear, if we were going to set up a manufacturer real quick for uranium fuel rods, you need 2 electromagnetic control rods per minute, each of these. Wow, look at that. It makes 0.4 uranium fuel rods per minute. So, if we wanted this to be... If we wanted to make 1 per minute, we would need the 5... How many of these are we making? You'll make 4 per minute. Okay, so 1 of these can supply 2 of these to make 0.8 per minute. Right? Now, I don't know how fast we're going to burn through uranium fuel rods, right? I can't imagine it burns that fast, right? Uranium lasts a while. So, I don't know. We're going to figure it out, though. We're going to figure it out. And if we need to amp up stator production, a little overclocking will go a long way. Because we're at 5 and we need 6, right? So not a huge deal. Okay? And then you get a lovely splitter. Okay? And now you're making electromagnetic control rods, which is cool. Ta-da! Electromagnetic control rods, go. Looking quite good, actually. Alright, so by the way, you need 4 AI limiters per minute. You're making 5. And you need 2. Okay. So, also we're slightly limited here. Let's speed this up just a smidge. Just a smidgen. Right? Can't hurt to overclock that a little bit. Right? Because you need 4. And you need 2, right? So that was 6. So you making 7 will be nice. And then we'll have a little extra in case I ever want some AI limiters. I can come over and grab them. I mean, they're just copper sheets and quick wire, which I feel like we're going to probably have to amp up our copper production pretty soon, and we're going to probably also have to get that steel production up and running a little bit better. But overall, this is a good basis. All right, cool. And then I wouldn't mind a little bit of a drone port ready to go here. So you're going to need a few things. You need high-speed connectors and some aluminum casings. And we're going to need more of those radio control units. So let's just grab... I mean, I'm okay on high-speed connectors. We could always have a few more. But grabbing a bunch of these doesn't sound like a terrible idea. So if I wanted 2 drone ports and a drone, let's be prepared for all the things we need here. Right? We're going to need some more aluminum casings, some more radio control units, and a portable miner. So let's... I'm not auto-crafting the radio control units because they were kind of a hassle. Let's see. So you need aluminum casings and crystal oscillators. Right. I can make this happen. I'm going to make all this off camera and be ready, and we'll come back in a bit to get her going. Alright, all the crafting is complete, so let's throw down our drone port. Which was under transportation, and then drone port. So basically, what I would like you to do, sir... Oh, you know what I hadn't thought of? We're going to need batteries. Yeah, we're going to need batteries for this bad boy. That might be trickier than we thought. Yeah, I was not planning for that. So you can totally feed into the drone port, which is cool. But you, sir, are going to need batteries. That's 100% a thing that you're going to need. Alright, well, we're going to figure out how to make batteries happen over here. We could just conveyor them over from there. That might not be a terrible idea. It may not be a great idea, but it may not be a terrible idea either. We could totally make that happen, right? I think that's something we could make happen. Yeah, batteries was not a thing I was planning for. I was not prepared for that need. But it occurs to me like, no duh, you need batteries, dire wolf. Are you still making batteries? Like, what's going on over here? You're low on alumina solution? Oh, you might be having a problem. Yeah, we are having a problem with alumina solution in our battery production line. Maybe because we're not backstuffing alumina solution. Yeah, that could be a thing. Are we burning through all our alumina solution over here? Is that what's happening? Yeah, because we're not backstuffing any aluminum products anymore? Right. I mean, we're kind of backstuffing them. What's going to happen is you're going to backstuff the aluminum. Yeah, we're backstuffing only because we're out of batteries. That makes sense, actually. That's a thing we're going to need to solve. That is 100% a thing we're going to need to solve. Because you're making 120 per minute, right? Times 3 is 360. You're using that 360. But then we need 40 more. We need 40 more alumina solution. So what we could do is amp you up a little bit. Are you running at 100%? You are-ish. What are you, a Mark IV belt? Yeah, you should have no problem handling this. What are you, a Mark III lift? You should also have no problem handling that. You're a Mark V belt. Yeah. So what we could do is bump this up a little bit with an overclocker and bring it from 120 to 160. Right? Okay. And now you're going to need instead of 240 water, or 180, we're going to need 180 becomes 240, so that's 60 more water. So we'll add 60 to our valves here, and then we should be fine, right? Where's that valve thingy? So if I made you... instead of 360, we'll add 60, we'll make it 420. Right? So now you're going to let 420 water in at a time. And then this valve, we want to also add 60. So that'll be 440. And then we should be cool. And that should make batteries happen all the time. I think that adds up. I think that adds up to batteries happening all the time. If I'm not mistaken. And I hope I'm not. Pretty sure I'm right about this, though. Alright, that should solve all my math problems. But we'll find out. As long as we're bringing enough bauxite in. But we should be. I would think we are. You feel like you're like just perfectly breaking even, and I don't understand why you're not backstuffing. What if I made you a conveyor lift Mark V? Conveyor lift Mark V. Would that be better? Maybe. Yeah, that seems better. Okay, so batteries are fixed, and then we're going to want to split those batteries and bring them back to our base, which I'm going to go do off camera right now. Actually, you know what? This feels like a pretty good wrapping up point for the episode. So between episodes, I'm going to bring batteries over to my main base to feed that drone port, and then we'll come back next episode. We'll get the drones running over there, and we will set up all the automation that we need to do and work towards getting uranium processing. Sound like a plan? All right, for now, Dowell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to play more with this stuff. For now, take it easy.